Tree Growing for Conservation and Ecosystem Restoration, a guide for faith-based actors.
Inspired by their deepest beliefs and values, religious and spiritual communities all over the world are taking action to help heal our planet. This includes the planting and growing of millions of trees by faith groups every year. For many communities of faith, forests are considered sacred areas, but also critical for social and economic well-being.
Faith tree growing efforts can also do a lot to protect wildlife and restore nature. WWF, Trillion Trees and United Nations Environment Programme's Faith for Earth Coalition have come together to produce an easy-to-follow guide to help your community develop and implement your tree growing initiatives, providing you with easy step-by-step guidance, checklists, and links for all your tree growing needs.
Step 1. Agree the purpose of your tree growing. In this first step, you and your team or community will come together to agree on what your long-term vision will be for your tree growing efforts. People may plant and grow trees for a variety of spiritual, economic, and environmental reasons, and multiple benefits can be achieved at the same time. Your purpose could be to create a sacred grove for spiritual reflection, for communing with nature and connecting with each other. Or it could be to restore native tree species, to support wildlife, or to provide shade for crops.
Agreeing to a shared vision for your tree growing initiative will create a clear purpose and sense of ownership for everyone involved. Step 2. Building your tree growing partnership. Start with a core team of people committed to delivering a shared vision. Remembering that collaboration is key, so make sure to check in regularly with those closest to the project to stay on track.
What is exciting about projects like this is that they are a great opportunity to foster conversations and connections between interfaith and intergenerational groups, and to speak with local experts and traditional knowledge holders. Step 3. Developing your tree growing plan. Before you dig into planting, it's important to prepare a detailed tree growing plan first. Start with your core team and together draft a restoration plan to help you decide who is doing what, and to outline the schedule and any resources you might need. This also includes the management and aftercare needed once trees are planted to ensure the trees survive and thrive. Seek feedback from local experts and traditional knowledge holders about tree species and methods they think are best for the environment you are working in.
It is important to select the right tree species to meet the vision and purpose of your tree growing plan, avoid harm to the local environment, deliver sustainable multiple benefits, be robust and durable. Step 4. Implementing your tree growing plan.
Now it's time to put your planning into action. Try to vary the sources of support for your initiative. Think about asking your broader spiritual community for help and resources, or going to local schools or youth groups, or even local businesses and government leaders. You might be surprised how many people really want to get involved.
And don't forget to check in regularly with your core team for their feedback to make sure everyone is aware and happy with how the project is progressing and adapt if necessary.
Step 5. Stewardship of your trees as they grow. Planting new trees or protecting areas so that they can regrow is just the start. Continuing to care for them as they grow and develop is an important part of making sure they survive and thrive. Pay attention to what the grove looks like before your team starts working, what it looks like after you've planted, and how it starts to change over time.
Keep an eye on things like planting dates, the health of the trees, and what's happening in and around your projects. This shared knowledge can help your faith community become more connected to each other and the natural world around them. Step 6. Sharing knowledge and connecting to the global movement.
Congratulations! You've made it to the final step of the process. Now it's time to share what you and your community have learned through this journey to inspire and help others. Look for ways to share experiences inside and outside of your community. Encourage your team to talk to other groups about their experiences, and even invite others to start tree growing projects of their own.
There are many online platforms where you can share your inspiring stories with the world and join Generation Restoration. By growing even just one tree, you will be rooting yourself to a global movement aimed at restoring nature for us all. Forests across the world need the action of faith-based communities more than ever.
Your faith-led tree growing partnership has the power to transform your local lands and ecosystems for the good of the people, nature, and the climate, and can have an enormous multiplying effect.
To download the full comprehensive tree growing guide, including many helpful resources and links, head to www.faithnaturehub.org/faith-ecosystem-restoration.